August 24th, 4:28 a.m. Got to go to work today, so I put on my big girl pants and a headband. Oh, are we not? Is this a good length, height, everything like that? Okay, should be good. Yeah, actually this shoe just fell, but I was gonna wear these shoes today. They're my kitten heels. I don't know. I got like an hour of sleep, and I'm wearing these shoes instead. They're like good booties. They're more like practical than these. But those are sexy. So, welcome to August 24th. Welcome to Thursday, 4:28 a.m. You know, we do things here differently. This is the Kimberlee Ponce channel. Welcome. I am more than delighted to have you tune in. It's like actually kind of hot with that already. So okay, I have like 32 minutes. 30 minutes now, but I think it's interesting. Okay, so the title of this video is Seize the Suffering. Or Seize the Suffer. Seize Suffering, I think sounds good. If anyone's hurting out there right now and going through something, and you think you might not make it out because it's so bad, I would like to encourage you today. If you came across this channel, you came across this video, and these words are hitting home just getting into the video, then stay tuned because we got some really awesome stuff at the end of the video for you. And I'd like to start out with, I don't know Schneikers. I don't know which verse it was, but I fall asleep to Bible verses. It's comforting, you know. And it was bringing light to how when we're suffering, that leads to endurance and then it says like it seems like it might be really hard, like whatever it, and like it is, like whatever you're going through is really hard because life is really hard, but like when you go through this suffering experience, you're actually creating like endurance, and that's what the Bible verse was saying, is that suffering creates endurance. Man, what verse was it? I'll put it in the description box. How about that? Actually, okay, maybe I have like 15 minutes for video and then 15 minutes for editing and then upload and then be out of the apartment by 5 a.m. I'm going to Connecticut today, so I'm like a little sketched out actually to go do this because it just gig life is so like you have to operate in a space of like just you just show up to things and you're like the talent and you just hope that it like works out. So I don't know, I just we'll see how it goes. It'll be fine. But I got my first booked gig, so this is actually really good news because I don't know if you guys remember, like, well, this is my first book gig. This is my second book gig, but it's my first one in a while after like trying really hard. So I'm on a roll. And it's hard to remember what I'm thinking because I literally only got like a couple of like maybe like half an hour of sleep. Right now I'm in a really creative space and I'm also fasting right now, and I feel like I feel like I need to do these things right now, and like I will slowly break the fast with like a little bread or yogurt or something, but like I feel pretty like in God's voice, like in God's space, in God's love. Like I feel like when I don't eat meat especially, and like I feel like I can feel him, and then when I'm like falling asleep and thinking and like meditating and listening and stuff, like I'm hearing it. Like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, fasting really does expedite like being able to hear God's voice and also help keep off the weirdos, like hater energy. Like, you can deflect it stronger if you're like strong in here, and like fasting helps with that. So I'm definitely aware as well that God is giving me my energy because I just keep going, and I'm like not really irritable, not too much anyway, I don't think. And kind of side tangent there because I like forgot what I was saying, but basically endurance leads to character, and then character leads to hope. So yeah, like whatever it is you're going through right now, the endurance that is actually being created from the suffering, that's in line with the discipline that you're developing right now. And I know the discipline of whatever it is that you're needing to, like, maybe like this is my discipline this morning, like, yeah, like, because it's today and tomorrow, like, in Connecticut, and it's like, taking the train from New York to Connecticut's not that bad. It's just like an hour, maybe like 90 minutes total. Probably like it's probably gonna take like 2 hours total. But it'll be fine. I don't know why I'm like kind of like, I'm gonna pray for like for the spirit of fear to like leave me, because you just sometimes don't know what you're getting into with booked gigs. Like, I know it's like, it's just like I'm just an extra, but it still is like, because last time, like, some of the people weren't that nice, so. But whatever, like, it's fine, like, Jesus has got me, like, everything's fine. And I'm sorry that I'm like venting during my YouTube video, but it's morning, and you guys know me, it's cool, we friends, we good. I just wanted to share too that with discipline that you're creating, the endurance, that's gonna create the character. And character is really what I think life is all about. Like, I think Jesus gives us life so that we can develop that good, solid character that's full of like integrity and honor. Character actually is a really interesting topic. You want to know why? Because like, it's something you got or you don't got. You know, kind of like how if you have the sauce or you don't have the sauce. Like, character is like, I guess we all have some type of character, but it feels like others have it more than others, and I think that yeah, that's interesting, right? I don't know, I like to think about character because I've always been proud of my character, if I may, and I always wondered, and I got compliments that I had good character, and I think it does come from, you know, because I've done like a lot of cross-country races, and I've done like a lot of stamina building, and I like that endurance of like even training, like positive training. So say like you're going through something right now that's suffering. Maybe we can, instead of looking at it as suffering, maybe we can look at it as, in today's video, as like negative training. Because like when I was like cross-country and rowing and swim team and track and sprints and 4x1 100, and that was positive training, but it was like a type of suffering, but it was like a positive training, and it was building me endurance. And then when I like lost a race or won a race, like that builds my character either way. So actually this is kind of interesting. And then even like, yeah, like this is, thanks God, this works out. And then like when you lose and or win, that character of yours, like either way, you still have that hope. Because it was like, character creates hope, and then in hope there is no shame. So yeah, I wanted to do a video for like, seize the suffering, like kind of like, I know it's kind of cheesy to be like, embrace it, embrace the pain. Like if it's 30 degrees cold out, or colder, and then people are like, embrace it. Doesn't that just piss you off? You're like, just get me a taxi. Get me out of this cold. I was thinking about actually how I'm excited for the cold in New York this winter. I'm like, I love it. It takes like 10 minutes to get all your layers on. Literally, it takes like 10 to 15 minutes to get just all of your layers on, and then you like leave the house and you're like walking in this puffy like layer ensemble, and then you like, everybody gets on the subway and we're all just like puffy jackets and like sweating on like layers of sweat underneath like 5 layers of warm thermal wear for winter, like. And then when the window, like the doors open on the subway in the winter, everyone's like, ugh. So I can't wait for the cold. It's gonna be a really good time. So totally side tangenting and like lacking focus in this video, but I think it works. I think I'm cute enough to make it work, and I'm quirky enough for it to pass and to be pulled off. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. Is she cute? Is she not cute? So I also wanted to share this other. This is the thing at the end of the video for those that are. If you feel like you're suffering, then there's something special for you at the end of the video, and it's be aware of what spirits you feel like are being sent into your life right now, because if you're in a space where you're particularly feeling weak, particularly feeling vulnerable, particularly struggling, then the enemy will send spirits that are familiar, so your guard is down. Oh, I just remembered now what I was saying about. I'm fragmented today, but it's okay. It was about, like, if you win or lose the race, if you're doing, like, positive training as, like, an athlete, that's character that's being built, and then there's still hope even if you win or lose, and then there is no hope in shame. So the enemy sends familiar spirits as well. There's no shame in that. So like sees the suffering. Oh yeah, and I made the joke about being cold. So yeah, like when people say embrace it, and I know it's kind of cheesy to say embrace the suffering, and like, but seize the suffering. Don't embrace it. I'm saying take it to a whole new level. Seize the suffering. Like, consider it. Why? Maybe it's an external influence, maybe it's an internal influence, but consider it. How, what, where, when, why, up to whatever the suffering is. Once you seize it and you ask it those 5 questions, like, I pray and encourage that it will bring like some type of more like sphere of control that you have and you're able to overcome. I pray that for you and whoever's getting this video today before the 5 a.m. mark. That's how we do it in New York. We wake up early. So, and then I wanted to do like a little bit of a shout out to a friend, like a sneak peek for episode 7. That's like a sneak peek for episode 7. I don't have time to date like right now, but I think that he will be episode 7. Or I wanted to share, that's right, that actually I was having such a hard time last summer before I moved to New York. And I was unfortunately considering even ending my life. Disclaimer for trauma and trigger warning, but it was my stepmom. No, we've never gotten along. Maybe when I was a little girl. When I began to become like 13, that's when I think problems started. But that's common for a lot of moms and daughters. But still, just with, it got progressively worse and worse as I got older. And so one day she said, you're not allowed to go over to my mom's, which is my grandma. And my grandma was like my favorite. Like, I hung out with my grandma every single day last summer. Like, I longboarded over to her house sometimes twice a day. So it'd be really weird if I wasn't there at the house. They'd be like, where's Kimmy? And so not being able to go over to my grandma's obviously was really upsetting to me. And I felt like during that time of my life, that's all I had was my grandma. And she's my best friend and stuff like that in the time. So I have the distinct memory of walking home with my longboard and thinking that because I fucked up so much, or this life is so, I just can't win, and this is just too hard, and I'm in too much pain, and nobody understands me. I was really hurting. I was in, my stepmom told me, you're not allowed to go over, you can't go over to grandma's anymore, and she knows how much I love it there, and I don't know why she would say that, because I'm the one who cleans grandma's and my uncle's room and the entire place, and keep it sanitized and take out the trash. I'm the one who keeps that place maintained. So what do you mean I can't go over there anymore? And it was clearly just a personal way to I don't, she knew that I loved it, and that was my only social connection that summer. I wasn't really, I'm a loner, I'm a loner. So I with my grandma though, I had my grandma. I'll occasionally have social things, but I'm a loner for the most part. I'm just a loner. Not in a bad way. I say that with pride. I am a solituder. I don't know how to say it more positive. I am someone who gets a lot more done alone. So that's just how I do things. And I was walking back up the steps to my apartment, and my neighbor across the way said good afternoon to me, and I decided, because he said hi to me, that I wasn't going to attempt to take my life that night. But I was dead set on it. I come up with a plan on the way home. I even tried recklessly walking through traffic on the way home, but it wasn't busy enough. I was really down, you guys. So I'm sharing this with you because for anyone out there that is really, 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 really struggling, sees the suffering, hear it from me a year later, where I'm so pleased and happy now, and I'm so glad I never gave up. I'm so glad I never gave up, you guys. So this is meant to encourage. But yeah, I was just walking up the stairs on my longboard, and I thought, I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna just do it. This is ridiculous. This life is insane. I'm just just get me out of this misery. Just get me out of this pain. Just get me out of this reality. I don't even want to deal with my problems. Just that type of exhausted fatigue when you have no support and you're alone, and you're honestly not sure what your journey is supposed to be in life. It's so overwhelming sometimes. So please take heart. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And you got my channel to log into at any time. So because he said, hey, how's it going? He literally just said, hey, how's it going? That was the first time we ever talked. Because we introduced ourselves to each other 9 months prior when I moved in. I was hi, I'm your neighbor, and then nothing until literally the summer, and I was just walking home, and he had no idea. We weren't talking, we weren't friends, we weren't friendly, we weren't neighbors. We were just neighbors across the way, and I'd see him take out his dogs to go for a bathroom break, and that was it. But then in the summer, I was just that was the first time he initiated communication. He had no idea where my mental was at, but because he said, hey, how's it going? I remember he's just chilling in his doorway, and he was in Oregon, weed's really big, so he had a pipe, and he always just chilled and had dogs and stuff, and it was just hey, how's it going? He was so chill. He was chillier than that. He was hey, how's it going? I don't even know how to, and I was just and it brought me out of this, it was such a mundane greeting that it brought me out of, the morbid place I was in my head, because I was honestly God, so high intense stakes, and kind of just thinking morbid, kind of dark, and then he and then some friendly hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, that's what life's about. Look at, yeah, relax. How's it going? That's what life's about. Is kind of that green, kind of that conviviality and gregariousness. It's nice. So that's just a quick little video. I got another 2 minutes to do the description box, and then upload it, and then I can still be up at the apartment by 5, and then should be in Connecticut by 8:30. Yeah, I'll be fine. I've never been to Connecticut. Maybe that's why I'm a little nervous. it's just work. I'm getting paid, so I'll just like, it's just work. And like, they were referred to me by their representative for the modeling agency I'm signed with, so like everything's trusted, it's legit, like, it's legit. I just get a little nervous sometimes when it's like the first day of something, and then I've never been to Connecticut. I guess I'm a little nervous about going to Connecticut, but I've totally taken the trains before, and I'm like not nervous about the train part, but because it's super straightforward. But I'm just like wondering what I will feel when I'm in a new state. I haven't been to another state since November 2022, which when I moved here to New York. So it'll be fun. I'll let you guys know how Connecticut is, and then I'm gonna do another video tonight, or tomorrow. But definitely get some more content in and like let you know how it went. So that's some information. Love one another as I have loved you was another verse that I wrote down that moved me. But I wanted to do a video on like, yo, like you got this. You're gonna get through. And if you're like super happy-go-lucky right now and peachy keen, and you know, you got some cute pigtails, Lucy-Lou, nothing bothering you, great, fantastic. Continue to stay tuned and like, share, subscribe, comment. More people hear, the better. So I guess that's it, you guys. August 24th, 2023. We closing out today on the Kimberlee Ponce channel. Stay tuned for more awesome content. And you stay excellent, okay? You know what comes next. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay chosen.